we're still, even though football has come and we said we were going to see and pay attention to whether Caitlin Clark's, her popularity extended into September, this time of year where football, both college and the NFL, is rocking and rolling, she was still able to generate over 1 million viewers for Friday's game against the Lynx on Ion. The NFL was on at the same time. This is what I'm talking about here. This is one of the most amazing stories you will ever see in sports. A young lady out of Iowa is now arguably the biggest sports celebrity in our country. It is astounding to me, and we all said, or at least I said, we got to wait a little bit here. We got to see what's going to happen when the NFL and college football comes about. Well, college football Friday night was played in Brazil, weirdly played in Brazil, but I think a lot of us understand you're trying to grow the game, so players got to go, all right. But she still did over 1 million on a network that nobody knows, a network nobody sees, a network nobody's heard of, except for like CSI My Ass or something like that. And this is becoming the norm. Now, let's not lie. We kind of, sort of, when we see greatness, well, we kind of take it for granted. We do, but don't take Caitlin Clark and what's going on here for granted. The other night, they had a packed house. It was the opener here in Indy, in Lucas Oil, of the NFL season. Colts got beat, as they seemingly always do, 11 in a row, against the Texans at home. And then immediately, right across the street, 2 blocks away, over in Gainbridge, the Fever were playing, I think it was, the Dream. And they had a packed house for both. I mean, damn. If they would have done that last year, and maybe they did, I certainly didn't pay attention. If they'd have done that last year, there'd have been 60, 80, whatever thousand in Lucas Oil, and maybe four with some stragglers coming in. Maybe. But now you got a packed house. This is an amazing story. It really and truly is. Here's Colin Cowherd calling out. He's joining the party. Salute. He's calling out the pettiness of WNBA players. Here's Cowherd.
Caitlin Clark is way better, way sooner than anybody thought. And if you think the players in this league are a little petty now, what's going to happen next year when she's maybe the best player in the league? And what's going to happen if she wins a playoff series? Remember, this is a young and ascending Indiana team. They have multiple former number 1 picks, none of them yet in their prime. This is the Taylor Swift Fearless Tour. She was a star. She won the megastar. She is now, outside of A'ja Wilson, she's in an argument for the second most valuable and important player in the league. You know, player of the month. Before the All-Star game, she's averaging 17 a game. But remember, in the WNBA, you play college basketball, you get very little time off, and you go right into camp. She finally got a break. She is a completely different player after the All-Star game. She went from shooting 40% to 48%. That's a different player.
First off, when it comes to valuable, A'ja Wilson is not more valuable than Caitlin Clark. Are we talking about better basketball player right now, providing better basketball stats? Day-to-day averages? Maybe, yes. Valuable? You had me all the way until you said most valuable. Caitlin Clark is not the second most valuable player in this league. Caitlin Clark is the most valuable player by far in this league. And value, you guys have to understand what value means. Caitlin Clark is more valuable to this organization, to the league, to the business, and the numbers. The numbers will not lie. The numbers will tell all. Caitlin Clark controls the numbers in every category there could possibly be when it comes to WNBA. Business side, you're not beating Caitlin Clark right now, currently. Nobody is. Not even a combined team. I doubt it. A combined team is not even more important than one player. So I get where he was coming from, but the value is come on, that's a whole different story.
Yeah, she's a different player. There's no.
And I'm sorry for that real quick. As far as viewership goes, I said it. There's no way that football is just going to overpower the Indiana Fever. I thought maybe, I didn't know it was going to do 1 million on Ion. But that just shows you a lot of people want to watch Caitlin Clark. And that was a dream. Imagine if they were playing the Liberty, the Aces, somebody like that. So I read comments. A lot of these comments say I'd rather watch Caitlin Clark, and then I'll watch football. She's that powerful. I keep telling people she's equivalent to the Kobe Bryant, the Michael Jordan, the LeBrons, the Otani, the Brady, the Patrick Mahomes. I mean, she's past Patrick Mahomes, but those. She's a GOAT. Derek Jeters. She's one of those. Caitlin Clark is one of those for her sport, 100%. You guys got to understand that and accept it.
No question. And think about it. I mean, just think about it. I mean, these NBA guys, I remember LeBron James came to Indy. He needed load management. It was the 11th game of the year. Now I get, he was shut up. It was the 11th game of the year. Caitlin Clark had basically been playing year-round for like 3 years, finally gets a break. And, of course, she's a different player, a better player, a fresher player, a more active player, a more energized player, and you're seeing it. And, we always try to get ahead of it. It's why we don't have overreaction Mondays on this show, because what we try to do during the week of this show is tell you what's going to happen before it happens. And one of the things that your boy here, Double Dizzle, told you was that Caitlin Clark is going to be in the conversation. No, not for Rookie of the Year. Stop it, stupid. No. MVP. She's not going to win. We told you that. A'ja Wilson's going to win. There's no way the angry old people of the WNBA are going to let Caitlin Clark win. I mean, see Dawn Staley. They wouldn't even put her on the Olympic team when she was a shoo-in, but I digress. That's how good she is. Now, Shaq, who I'm starting to think is an idiot. Like, I get it. NBA legend Shaquille O'Neal. He takes companies. People give him a front in a company, makes a bunch of money, believes people are being soft. When it comes to the physicality directed at Caitlin Clark, even blasting his own TNT teammate for insinuating that players are hateful to Clark. The big stupid had this to say: there's envious jealousy. There's professional jealousy. Sure, there's a lot of people who are professionally jealous. I am. I'm professionally jealous of Steph Curry. He makes $60 million, but hey, that's life. You got to also understand that we're not just going to give it to you because everyone else is giving it to you. What do we care whether Shaq gives anything to anybody? You still got to earn it. Chuck had to go through that. Yeah, I had to go through that, so I understand what everyone's doing. Hey, you're great, but you ain't that great yet. Calm down. We still got Diana Taurasi. We still got A'ja Wilson. If you're going to give Caitlin props, make sure our girls that are dominating in this league get the same props. Oh, no. Oh, hell no. No. Nobody gives a rat's ass about A'ja Wilson, America's most immature, most valuable player. No one gives a rat's ass, nor did they ever truly give a rat's ass to the level of Caitlin Clark, of Diana Taurasi. Oh, no, Shaquille O'Neal. Oh, no. See, this is different. Isaiah said it yesterday, the great Isaiah Thomas. She was a baller. These other women we've seen before. We've seen women like A'ja Wilson play from the free throw line down. We've seen Diana Taurasi before, trying to look like a dude playing basketball. Just stop it, stupid. No. I'm not having it. Loudmouth.
Look, man, and let me just say this. Diana Taurasi's not better than Caitlin Clark. It may be back in the day, maybe she could skills, maybe. I didn't even watch her back then. I'm just going to be honest, so I'm not even going to talk on it. Right now, in today's basketball, I'm sorry, I know she's older. Diana Taurasi's not like that on the basketball court. She's doesn't have the responsibility that Caitlin Clark has. She does not provide the value to the team that Caitlin Clark provides. There's no way. So I'm surprised he put that statement out. A'ja Wilson, that's completely different. You're talking about a girl who's on a Olympic-style basketball team with an Olympic coach, or not Olympic coach, but a veteran coach. The highest market cap city, Las Vegas. We're talking about, I mean, that doesn't have much to do with it, but yeah, it does actually. So I don't know. And I know Shaq and he covers a lot of the Angel, and he provided the podcast to Angel and made her a co-host on the show and everything. So I know that he's more, and I get it. And it shouldn't be like this, man. But unfortunately, that's how it is. So I'm sure Shaq, I don't know if he's just trying to play the role or what, but realistically, you got to think about it. There's only so many girls in this league who fit that category that Caitlin Clark, Asia Wilson, Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart are in. There's only a handful, maybe. Nah, not a handful. There's 10. Nobody else is going to be in those talks. And Caitlin Clark is the youngest out of all of them. She's the freshman. All these girls are varsity. Just wait. I keep telling people, man, Caitlin Clark, she's going to get going. And she's already dominating the league right now. Right now.
It's like Chuck are talking about hating. It's not hating. It's like you're good, but let's slow it down a notch. No. See, this is where Shaq only thinks of Shaq. Like, Shaq was so ridiculous in college when we beat him at Indiana, even though he was playing. Like, Shaq, a.k.a. the big stupid, he just talking here. There's no reason to slow it down. They should accelerate it. Like, this is a league that needs acceleration. Shaq had said a week or so ago that, well, WNBA women need NBA contract. No, they don't. Not until they earn it. I mean, if you're going to earn it, then earn it. But nobody's really watching the WNBA, really watching other than Caitlin Clark games. As good as Caitlin Clark is, we've had a lot of young ladies who have been doing good before and not getting props. No, you haven't. I mean, they're good players in a bad league, but none have flair, none have energy, none have captivated us. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And guys like Shaq, they're trying. I get it. He tries. But the brain's not fully functioning. People like props, and they want to feel good when you're talking about, wait a second. People like, okay, it's not hating. Everyone has to wait their turn. No, they don't. Not in that league. No. Everybody has waited in that league for 27 years, and nothing's happened. They still lose money. They just lose a little less now. They lost a ton of money, and no one paid attention. Case in point, this is like, as I've said, the NBA pre-Magic and Bird. Yeah, people watch. Yeah, the league had some history. But the league had become full of drugs, full of malcontents, and nobody really paid attention to the point that the NBA Finals weren't even on live. Now, I'm going to say that again. The NBA Finals moved off of live TV to what was called tape delayed, meaning game at 7, not show till 11. I'm sorry, but that's what the WNBA is. A bunch of, okay, you want to be angry, you want to be worry about sex, lesbian, all that stuff, that's great. We're not going to pay attention. Wait, now there's somebody worth paying attention to. A straight young woman that plays with flair is a real baller? Duh. To quote my daughter back when she was a little girl, duh, Dad. What makes it good for the game is it'll be those two forever. You can make little games of it. In college, Angel's up 1. Now you can say, okay, Caitlin's in the playoff. Is Angel going to make the playoffs? Little games that you can play that keep their names going. I'm happy for both of them. I'm happy for women's sports. Yeah, there you go. That's fine. I mean, look, I'm all in on it. It's good. It's great. No.
Look, man, Dan is man, he always brings some fire, man. I can't get enough of how Dan just lets it out, bro. Pause. But yeah, so look, Caitlin Clark, we're gonna keep on saying it because a lot of people don't understand. Shaq statements now, Dan is right. Wait for what? What are we waiting for? Wait our turn. No, bro, nobody really, maybe I did, because I did a lot of props and things like that. But as far as waiting, as far as knowing who these girls are, as far as being relevant to the sport, I'm just honest with you guys, bro. There's like a handful of girls that you can go ask a random person or any hooper who they are, and they're going to know who they are. If I go ask somebody who I don't even know, just a random person, Diamond DeShields. I don't know how that's the first person, but they're going to be like, who is that? Just nobody has. Maybe Asia Wilson, Stewie, Inesco, Kelsey Plum. Besides that, there's not too many out there. And they don't have nearly close of a name that Caitlin Clark does. I mean, and I feel like Caitlin Clark, I feel like she's only done this much damage as far as taking over the fan base for the WNBA. I think it's literally growing in front of our eyes, and we're going to have this huge spike of fans for Caitlin Clark, especially if they start winning ball games. I'm talking about playoffs. I'm talking about don't let them win no damn finals. Not this year. I'm talking about the world. It will erupt in this. I am talking about the WNBA will erupt. Don't let that happen. And that would be dangerous. Very dangerous. So I'm just excited for what's happening for the sport. I think Shaq should have put it something like, we're excited for the game to grow. Caitlin Clark, she's making her statement, and why can't we just be proud of what she's doing as far as being in the MVP talk regardless? That means she's a top 5, top 10 player in the league, bro. And if you know basketball, regardless of even how she plays, you can just tell she got basketball IQ. She got basketball instinct. She's a real hooper. Oh, you're smart. Oh, you're going to work on your game. Oh, you're a competitor at the highest level. Oh, you just know basketball IQ. Like, she has all of that eye test. All the other stuff I keep telling you guys is just a perk for the league. You guys keep treating her how you want, but I'm telling you right now, she's writing the paycheck. And that's just what it is. Without Caitlin Clark, the league, like Dan said, the league is already still losing money. And you wouldn't think it is just because of Caitlin Clark and what's going on, but the league is still losing money. That's the sad part, is we have all of this happening in front of our eyes, all the spark, all the excitement, and the league is still not profitable. Imagine that. Imagine what it's going to take for the league to actually be profitable. Let that sink in. So look, man, it's your boy, C.O. O'Connor. I appreciate you guys. Welcome to Game Day Network. I'd love to have you guys. Until then, I'm out.